On the 15th. Sí, próxima semana.
Ok.
Sí, un momento, señora. Uh, un momento. Sí, un momento. Let me see. Are we still live? Um, let's see. Are we still live? Are we back live? We still live on the show? So I'm actually. Let's see if we're still live on the show. But okay, my baby says it's frozen. Hold on for a second. Let's see if we're back live. So we lost our internet connection, but let's see if we are back live. Um, see, we're live streaming. Let's see if we're back live. We're live on the air. Let's see if we're live on the stream. Let's see. Okay. Froze up. If that works. If we're back live again. Had some technical difficulties. Apologize for that. Okay, my baby said she going surfing. All right, let's see how we doing. We still got some callers waiting on the line. We had some issues. Let's see if we are back live, like we should be live. There we go. See if we're good. We're back live. Let's see. We're gonna have multiple lives. Oh,
Entonces,
let's see.
nos vemos la próxima semana.
Sí, próxima semana. Gracias, señora. All right, bien dia. All right, hold on for a moment. Let's see if we back live. Let's see if we can get a caller on the line. Let's see if we can get a caller on the line, and let's see if we're back live. It might. We are probably going to have to. I know I'm gonna need to get me. I'm gonna have to upgrade my internet service. I upgraded it before. Upgraded it before. Let's see. Uh, let's see. Fill the stream. Okay, let's see. It's not letting me do both. It's giving me some major issues. Caller, are you able to hear me okay? Let's see. It says we live. Let me see. It says we're live. Let's see if we are live. Are we back? Did we come back? Let's see. It says that I am on air. You guys able to hear me and see me okay? We had some issues, technical difficulties. This came from out of nowhere. Technical difficulties just came out of nowhere. I know that I am definitely gonna need to update my. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna need to update my internet service. I'm definitely gonna need to update my internet service. We were doing good. We was cooking with grease and everything. Had the people on the live calling in. We was ready to go. It was good to go. And then all of a sudden, bam. It went out just like that. Let's see what's going on. Let's see. We're going to have to do this over again. We're going to have to stop the show and go back live again. Let's see. Let's see if we're able to get a caller in. Caller, can you hear me okay? Can't hear you. If you can hear us, we cannot hear you. Caller, are you? Can you hear us okay? We're going to have to do this bad boy again. Let's see. Let's see if we back live. Okay, we back live. We good. We good. We good. You guys can hear me okay. You guys can see me okay. Let's see. We might have to start the let's see. We good? Yeah, we good. We good. All right, we good. So we good on that end, the video, and we had a quick a technical difficulty, but it's okay. We good. All right, see, we good. We got 7 people, 7 likes on. So I wonder if it did it as a second. Did it do it as a second, as a separate one? Let me go back and see if it did it as a separate one. If it is like part 1 and part 2, yeah. The first one's part 1, part 2. Yeah, it messed up. So let's see. Are you guys able to hear me on Blog Talk Radio on the show? Let's see if you guys can hear me okay. If you guys can hear me okay, you guys can see me okay. You guys let me know. You guys can hear me okay. Okay. What's calling? Okay. I need to connect. Direct connect. All right, it says connecting can be established. Let's see. Did we direct connect? We could direct connect. Let's see. Guys, thank you guys so much for your patience. You can hear me okay? Thanks so much for that, Robert. I appreciate that, Robert Hunter. Guys, thank you guys so much for your patience. Okay. Backwoods Northwest says that you can we can hear you okay and you're a caller on cue. Awesome. Thanks so much. I have 3 separate ones, Naima. Oh man.
We are reconnecting you now.
We're reconnected. It's funny, man. It is what it is. It is what it is, and it ain't what it ain't. Let's see. We're good to go. So we good on that end. I have 3 separate ones. So okay, what I'm gonna do is I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take them down, connect them, and rebroadcast it. Let's see. We got a call. Let's see. We got some callers on the queue. Let's see if we can connect a caller on the queue. My beautiful daughter came in with her beautiful self, and she's letting me know how everything is. Hey, caller, can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. We are back live and direct. See, it's beautiful to be in the Dominican Republic. I love being in the Dominican Republic. At the same time, I'm going to have to upgrade to the highest speed possible. I might have to end up getting 2 separate servers. I have to figure this out. But you know what? This never really has happened before. When I broadcast live, it's never really happened before. And also it's because I'm simulcasting. I'm simulcasting on multiple platforms. And if this continues to happen, what I'll do is I'll just bring it back the old way of the 800 number. But how you doing today, my man?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you?
I am winning. What's your name and where you calling from?
My name's Dylan, and I'm from Washington State.
Dylan from Washington State. Thanks so much for watching, my man. How long have you been watching my content, if you don't mind me asking?
Ever since I found Trucker Brown.
Okay.
It's been like a year or so. And then
Okay.
he introduced me to you. I've just been watching you and following you.
Okay, that's good stuff. Well, man, I appreciate the support. I appreciate the year of support. We're going into another decade. Are you excited? What do you have planned for your 2020 goals?
A lot. So I'm making a big change, and I'm getting into trucking.
Okay, that's good. That's a lucrative business. It's one of my favorite
For sure. And
businesses. Go ahead.
I was fishing previously up in Alaska. Fishing a while now, and to make the change and going to trucking and change my life. Trucker Brown educates you on a lot of stuff over there, and lets you know like how to get out a hole if you're in a hole, how to change your life, and so do you. So I really appreciate that. And
You're very welcome, my man.
hope I help along the way.
You're very welcome. I appreciate that. A lot of times when it comes to social media, people tend to say the negativity but they don't tend to say the positivity. So whenever me as a creator or a business coach, whenever I get that positive reinforcement, I appreciate it tremendously, and it's good so other people can see it as well. Because sometimes the cheers are drowned out by the boos, even though the people cheering for you are a lot more than the people that are booing for you. So I definitely appreciate that. So what question do you have for me, my man? How can I help you today?
Just real quick, I was young and dumb and tried to start a business the wrong way.
Uh-huh.
I was with just a business owner that just wasn't educated,
Mm-hmm.
and I got stuck through the bank, got a loan, and I ended up getting that repossessed,
Mm-hmm.
and the business basically failed. And so now I'm just saving up for my own property,
Mm-hmm.
my own setup as far as schools to go at it again, start my own business again.
Mm-hmm.
Just real quick, what's the best way to build your credit as far as regular credit? And then I already know I'm going to go with you for business credit, so I already know that side of the story. But what's like the quickest, fastest way that you can build just your regular credit?
On your personal credit? Mm-hmm.
Just being young, you know? Yeah.
Well, Dylan,
So I'm
first,
just 26.
I definitely want to say thank you so much for being open and transparent, because a lot of people, and I assume this, and I don't want to make this racial at all, but I want to use this as an opportunity to teach. Where you're calling from, the sound and the tenor of your voice and your name, you sound like you're Caucasian. Is that accurate?
For sure.
Okay.
I'm Italian, but...
Okay, Italian,
on
Caucasian.
point.
The reason why I want to say that is because I want people to realize that credit financing has nothing to do with the color of your skin. It has all to do with the choices that you make. And so he did a very good thing with starting his business young. He did a very good thing of stepping out on faith and answering the call to fulfill his personal legend. All of that he did great. He just made the mistake of not setting the foundation and doing it the right way. It doesn't matter if Dylan was black or if he was white or if he was Latino or if he was green. It didn't matter. And the reason why I'm saying that is because I'm going to coach Dylan. I'm going to show him how he's able to repair his credit, and you can do the exact same thing too. So I talk about racial things on my channel at times, but financing and credit has nothing to do with your race. There are people that think automatically people have good credit because of the color of their skin, and that's not true. And so I just wanted to add that footnote there. But yeah, so the very first thing that you need to do is to look at your credit profile and look at all the things that you can legally remove off of your credit. Like I mentioned, we have a brand new partner. We're partnering with the company that will legally remove all the items off your credit. That it's a software that will scan your credit report, and it will show you every single way that you're able to legally remove your credit. I'm actually going to drop a link right now to where people can sign up for that.
Appreciate that.
You're very, very welcome. It's a free tool. It's a free app that will allow you to legally repair and restore your credit. So we are partnering with them, and that launches in January the 5th to be specific. But people can actually go and register for it right now. If they go to E.DeanColeCoaching.com/credit repair app. Hold on for a second. I'm going to drop this link and then I'm going to answer your question, Dylan. Give me a second. It's E.DeanCole Coaching.
No problem. You do you.
It's E.DeanColeCoaching.com / and Naima, I'm going to give this to you as well, so you can drop that. And it's also going to be in the description of this video. E.DeanColeCoaching.com / it is credit repair app, so people can go and register for this free. It's a free app that will let you go step by step in restoring and repairing your credit. This is live, guys. So I'm doing this live, and I'm going to drop this link, and then I'm going to tell Dylan on what he's able to do. Boom, there we go. So if you are watching this on the replay, and even if you're watching this or listening to this on Blog Talk Radio, follow the links and come over to YouTube, and you'll be able to go and register for this right now. So if you go, this is the free credit repair app. Free credit repair app. And I'm dropping it right now. So the very first thing that you need to do is to find every legal loophole that you can to repair your credit. So this is the cool thing about credit. The cool thing about credit is that it is your law as a citizen to have your rights protected when it comes to your finances and your credit. And the crazy thing, Dylan, is that most businesses violate your rights. They do not go by the right ways of reporting to your credit profile. So that being said, when you have old items on your credit report, when the company is lazy and the company charges off their debt, by law, when a company charges off your debt, by law, that debt is supposed to be canceled for you as well. Did you know that?
No, I did not, to be honest with you.
Yep. So let me give you an
Another
Go ahead.
Kind of like, tell me kind of like how the credit thing works, but it
Uh-huh.
sounded like they were like charging way too much,
Mm-hmm.
and so I didn't want to go with them.
How much were they charging?
They kind of told me like that's how it works, like 130 a month or something like that.
Mm-hmm. So it sounded like it was Lexington Law. Is that Lexington Law?
Yeah.
Lexington Law, yeah.
That's what it was.
Lexington Law. Mm-hmm. Yep. So Legal Credit Repair app is going to be the #1 source for credit repair. Mark my words, because they have a free option and they have a paid option, and it is going to be phenomenal. But that being said, when you look at your credit profile, me as a company, say for instance, me as a company, I have what's called errors and omissions insurance. Errors and omissions insurance as a consultant, I have over $1 million policy. So if I were to ever be sued, or if I were ever to be, it's kind of like when a doctor does surgery, they have like insurance to protect them for negligence. Every business has that. So what happens is that if I have a client that, say, for instance, if I had a client that signed a $5,000 contract with me, and I put them in collections, and if they choose not to honor that $5,000, if I were to sell that debt for pennies on the dollar to a collection agency, and if I was to pull from my insurance to kind of recover that debt, that person will have that $5,000 on their credit report. And I sold my debt, so I sold my losses as a company. But that person who now has that $5,000 debt, by law, do not have to pay that debt, because me as the originator of the debt, I sold it. Most people don't realize that. So they have collections and bad debt on their credit report, and by law, it does not have to be there. Now, let me explain that another further. Now, what we do at E.DeanCole Financial, E.DeanCole Coaching, we service all of our debts. We don't sell them. So because of that, if somebody owes us a debt, by law, we as a company have the right to collect on that debt. And by law, that person has to pay that debt, because we have not sold it to a third party. Does that make sense? You follow me?
Yeah, it makes perfect sense.
Yeah, so that's the reason why we don't sell our debts. For that very reason, we service our debts. So if you look on your credit report, so the very first thing you need to do is look on your credit report and look for everything that's said to be a collection. And if the original person is not servicing that debt, by law, you can have that removed. That is your right. That's what I love so much about Legal Credit Repair app, is because it actually goes through your credit profile and it shows you every legal way to repair your credit. That's the very first thing you need to do. So let's say if you look at your credit report, now your credit score, it means something. So Dylan, what is your credit score?
600, to be honest.
You said that one more time?
Just under 600.
It's under 600. Okay. So let me explain what I mean by your credit score means something. So your credit report is a math equation. And because Dylan has a 600 credit score, let me tell you what that means. Without even looking at his credit, that means that Dylan has at least one open line of credit that has decent standings, and he has at least 3 old collection accounts based on his number being under 600. If he's at like a 580 or 590, that means that he has low limits and he has a lot of old things that are reporting, and he might have one item that's reporting positive now. Am I right or am I wrong?
You're exactly correct.
I'm 100% correct, all right? So listen, if you're dealing with somebody that's a quote-unquote credit guru, or you're dealing with somebody that is a coach, and if they can't tell you what's on your credit with sight unseen, just by that number, get up and run, because they are regurgitating somebody else's information. Now, because I've been in banking and finance for over 20 years, that's how come I know what scores mean, by the profile. So that being said, in order for you to get above that 600 mark, Dylan, the very first thing you need to do is look at everything that's on your credit report that's a collection. And if it's, say for instance, if it's like Macy's, if it's a collection from Macy's, and if Macy's still has that debt, then you have to work with Macy's to resolve that. But let's say if it's Macy's and they sold it to like A&G Solutions or A&G Credit Agency, that has the ability to be removed off of your credit. So look on your credit report and look for everything that is a collection. Everything that's a collection that is not serviced by the original debtor, you need to go and challenge that and remove that, because by law, you should not have to pay for that collection. That's the very first thing, first step. And that's free. It costs you absolutely nothing at all. Now, the cool thing I like about Legal Credit Repair app is that the software, if you do go with the paid version, the software will actually print out legal letters that are legally there to remove these items, and you will send them directly to the credit agencies, and they are removed 98% of the time. If you look at Lexington Law, they have a 70% approval rating, but with Legal Credit Repair app, what I like about them is that they have a 98% approval rating to get items removed, because they do it legally. It's not a gimmick, it's not a strategy. And Lexington Law, don't get me wrong, they do go by the law to do it as well, but the way they do it is antiquated, it's old. So they're not using a lot of the new laws that are there to protect you as a consumer. So that's the first thing, is for you to first, you have to do an electronic dispute. So who do you use for credit monitoring right now, Dylan?
I just use Credit Karma, to be honest.
Use Credit Karma? Okay. So you're going to need to invest in a credit monitoring service. If you're serious about repairing your credit, you're going to invest in a credit monitoring service. You can get one for like $10 a month or $20 a month. It's worth it. Instead of taking that chick out to the club trying to get some pussy, instead of getting that pizza, instead of getting those new shoes, invest in yourself. The $20 is worth it. The reason why that's important is because with the credit monitoring service, you're able to do an online dispute. And the reason why that's important is because, remember, we're telling you how to legally remove your credit. One of the things that Lexington Law does not do, they do not do the electronic disputes. They'll do the letter disputes. And a lot of these quote-unquote credit gurus are telling you not to do electronic disputes because they don't understand how to legally remove something from your credit. They understand like loopholes and strategies, but they don't know how to legally remove it. The reason why you have to do an electronic dispute first is because you're going to electronically dispute it through Equifax, through TransUnion, and through Experian. Do the electronic dispute first. It's free. It costs you nothing to do an electronic dispute. It does that, like for instance, the credit monitoring, there's a service that we have. What I want you to do, Dylan, is after I make this video live, come back. I'm gonna pin a comment at the top of a company that we use that'll give you a trial for $1. I can't remember the link right now off the top of my head, but they'll give you a trial for $1. So for $1, you're able to get a full credit profile. After you have your credit profile, it allows you to go and do electronic disputes. After you do your electronic disputes, then you have to send in the letters. And when you send in your letters, it matches up with your electronic dispute. So by law, in 30 days, if they do not respond or if they do not provide the proof that they continue to service that debt, it will be removed. You follow me? I know I just said a lot.
Yep.
Okay? Okay, cool. And the cool thing about this, Dylan, is you're very welcome. And the cool thing about this is you can always watch the replay so that you can watch it again, watch these steps again. So after you've done that in 30 days, the item should be removed. Now, once you remove a lot of those older items off your credit report, what's going to happen is this: your credit score is going to drop again. Now, the reason why it's going to drop again is because, remember, your credit score is a math equation. So if you take, give you an example, if you take 3 times 4, what do you get? 3 times 4.
Wait, say that again?
If you take 3 and you multiply that by 4, what do you get?
You get 12.
Well, 3 times 4 is 12. Yeah, that's right. You get 12. So now if you take 0 times 4, what do you get?
0.
0. So that's important for you to understand and know. When you're building your credit and you're repairing your credit, you have to tear down, start with a good foundation to build up. Now, this is the thing. When you do remove those old items off your credit report, now if you do this simultaneously, the cool thing about it is that your credit is going to catch up itself. So if you're able to do both of these at the exact same time, you're not going to notice your scores drop. You're just going to notice your scores are going to climb. So let me explain. So when you have those old items that you have taken off your credit, you're going to need to have new open lines of credit. Now, if you go and get something like a online store that provides you a $5,000 limit, or if you go and get a store account that gives you a $1,000 limit, what will happen is that new $5,000 or that new $1,000 is going to add to your credit. Algorithm, that math equation, and it's going to boost your score. So if you download the app, Legal Credit Repair app, it actually is going to show you how you're able to go and get $15,000 of legitimate lines of credit that report to your credit profile. So that's going to boost your scores. So by you being at the low 500s with your credit history that you have right now, that of what you have that's good, with your collections being deleted and the new lines of credit, that's going to boost your score anywhere from 50 to 75 points just by doing that alone. Okay? So,
Okay, cool.
yep. So just by doing that is going to boost your scores. Now, this is a very important thing. Do not get a secured credit card, because when you get a secured credit card, that is going to hinder your progress for getting larger lines of credit and being able to get funding, being able to get larger credit cards. Because, go ahead.
So real quick, with Capital One, don't get those kind of cards or anything?
Well, if you get a Capital One unsecured card, a Capital
90
One,
seconds.
oh man, we about to be done with the show. All right, guys, I apologize for that. We got 90 seconds, but yeah, don't get a Capital One secured card. If you get a Capital One unsecured card, it's good, but don't get a Capital One secured card, because when you get a Capital One secured card, it's going to negatively affect your credibility, because it's going to say that you're a high-risk borrower. And you're not a high-risk borrower. Most people don't know of the different resources where they're able to go to get these lines of credit. And that's the reason why I like Legal Credit Repair app, because it's going to show you where you're able to go to get large lines of credit. It's guaranteed lines of credit, and they specialize in working with people with restoring their credit. So it might be higher fees, it might be ugly jewelry or ugly clothes, but you're not getting these accounts so that you can have nice things. You're getting it so you can have good credit. So that's the things for you to do if you go through those steps. Now, when you're enrolled into my course, when you're enrolled into DCFI Online and the startup coaching, we give you a free course that walks you step by step on how to do that. We're partnering with the Legal Credit Repair app to provide a lot of that to them for free, for their free services. But if you're enrolled into my business course, we give you the personal credit for free. And in the personal credit profile, in the personal credit course, we show you how to add these items to your personal credit profile. So I said all of that to give you a quick backdrop, and I know the call is going to end. I'm going to add the live calls again, because we had a lot of technical difficulties where you guys wanted to call in and ask your questions. I'm going to open up the phone lines again, but basically, you're able to remove the items off your credit first, so that you're able to take the old credit away. Then you're going to have to get new lines of credit that are going to boost your credit score anywhere from 50 to 75 points. Now, after you have the new open lines of credit with new higher limits, a cool strategy is to get seasoned credit to purchase a seasoned trade line, and that's going to take your score up to the high 700s, because now you're going to have a perfect credit mix and you're going to meet all the criteria. And not only will you have a pretty score, you're also going to be lendable in the eyes of the banks, and you'll be able to get credit. Does that make sense?
Awesome.
All right, my man.
And I really appreciate all the info you just said.
You're very, very welcome, Dylan. I want you to send me a message on Instagram, letting me know that you were the guy that I spoke to, and we're gonna see if we can do something to help you along those lines. Maybe I'll give you access to legal credit repair app sooner for free in exchange for a video testimonial.
Cool. I really appreciate that, man. I hope you have a good day. And just
You're very welcome.
and all, helping people out. That's what it's about, man.
That's what it's about. It's all about helping people out. That's what it's all about. Guys, I appreciate you guys for calling in. You guys like that? You guys like how things are going? You like how things are flowing? Hold on for a second, my baby. Hold on for a second. My precious. My baby says she going, she said she going, hello? We got somebody. Hey, we got somebody else live on the call. Hey, how you doing today, my man? Is it a young man or a young lady? I apologize. It's kind of hard to hear you.
Me?
Yes, it's a young lady. Hey, yes. Hey, young lady. How are you doing?
Yes, I'm doing well. Your daughter said that she was going surfing.
Say that one more time. Yeah, she said she going surfing. My baby said she going surfing. I apologize.
Going surfing.
She said she's going surfing. My baby going surfing. Hold on for a second. Let me message my baby. Because I messaged her earlier this morning, and I just said, let me go live, and she ended up catching my live. Hold on for a second.
Okay, super supportive.
Oh yeah, I gotta support my precious, no matter what she does. Absolutely. She's gonna be phenomenal at what she does. How are you liking how are you liking the setup so far? How are you liking the live call-in option? How are you liking I know we had some technical difficulties, but we're getting it worked out. I think this is the direction we're gonna go for 2020. How are you liking the setup?
This is actually my first time.
Oh, this is your first time? Okay.
On the line with you.
That's great. So
This
this,
is my first time actually calling in.
okay.
I'm just listening live on YouTube, like while I'm at work and stuff, or at home.
Mhm. Mhm.
But this is my first time calling in. When you were having technical difficulties, it was me.
Okay. Well, that's cool. That's good.
It's okay.
It's okay. That's right. We're working everything out.
I appreciate the knowledge that you're spitting and sharing with us. And I am actually on my way to be on the winning side.
That's what's up.
Hopefully you can help.
Yes, I'm going to do everything in my power to help you win and achieve your goal. So what question
So
do you...
I just want to say, I have a couple of questions.
Okay.
In regards to business credit as well as personal credit.
Okay.
And I understand the importance of having both. So
Yes.
I'm going to be very honest with you. I had Credit Karma.
Okay.
And as well as Credit Wise. And I went to go and get a new car.
Mm-hmm.
When I went to the before I went to the dealership, my credit score was 630 something.
Mm-hmm.
And when I went there, he told it. He said your credit score is 521. So super embarrassing. I ended up not leaving with anything, which is okay. He was like, "Oh, we'll give you $7,000, $3,000 down, $7,000." And I said, "Sir, you must have bumped your head because I'm not going to give you that money.
Mm-hmm.
I'll fix my credit and come back and give you nothing. I have no problem with it." So of course he didn't like that or whatever. I'm going to make a decision that's wise for me because essentially it's not about a new car, it's about my credit.
Absolutely.
Where I'm going in business. So currently it is a 520.
You said it's a 520?
I believe that's the one that he pulled.
He pulled 520?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
That's what the dealership pulled.
All right. And they wanted to give you, and they said $7,000 down just for a car?
Yeah, he said between $3,000 and $7,000 down for a new car.
$3,000 to $7,000.
Car that I wanted, but but it's okay. I can be patient if I can get everything situated on the back end. I
Mm-hmm.
would, very much so rather invest my time and effort into that.
Absolutely.
That said,
Absolutely. You know what? You can
that
invest,
said,
you can probably invest maybe $1,000 or maybe $1,200 into repairing your credit and having excellent A1 credit and being able to get whatever you want. That car with no money down, purchasing a home, getting store accounts and credit cards. You'll be able to do all of that if you invest in. Now, the reason why I say that is because of being able to possibly, if you have debt that is serviced, to pay off, and then also purchasing a seasoned trade line and then the different tools. But the average cost is anywhere from $500 to $1,200. You can have A1 perfect excellent credit instead of having to pay $3,000 or $7,000 just for one car. So just a side note, just the business analytics of myself just went through that.
I know that was outrageous.
Mm-hmm.
I would never do that. That's just silly. So I was actually listening to the guy that called in before.
Mm-hmm.
That information that you gave him was actually applicable to myself. So I'm
Awesome.
definitely going to do that. I have already gone on to the site for the credit repair, but it says that it won't be open for like 12 weeks. So
That's right.
I wanted to know if there is any recommendations.
Well, did you register for that though? Did you go and register so that you could be one of the first ones to download it when it does come out, when the option does come out?
No, I didn't do anything. I just went on the site and then I saw that it had like a timer.
Yep.
A banner. So I didn't do anything. So
Okay.
I can definitely register. I'll register for that.
Yeah, make sure you register because it's free. It's an app you'll be able to download. So the things that I teach you and I tell you now, when the app does get live, you'll be able to utilize it, download it, and then it'll reinforce a lot of the things that I'm going to tell you and going to teach you today. So I want to make sure, and I really like Legal Credit Repair app. So like I said, we're partnering with them. So it's a free app that's going to teach people free DIY credit repair. They do have a paid version, but the free version is going to be phenomenal. The teacher is extremely handsome, very sharp, and going to give out a lot of information.
Okay.
Wink, wink. Mm-hmm.
So listen, G, aside from, getting materialistic things, to be very honest, my call today was mostly geared towards business credit.
Okay.
So I am currently in the process of wanting to start an LLC.
Okay.
But the thing is, I've acquired information on an S corporation
Okay.
as well as an LLC. And what I'm struggling to understand is, what is the difference and how will I benefit from starting an LLC versus an S corporation?
That's a very good question. So an LLC stands for limited liability company, all right? So, and these words mean things. So we use the abbreviation, but limited liability company. So depending on what your business type and your business model is, they should do an LLC. There's certain businesses that should be LLCs and should not be corporations, and vice versa. Depending on what your goal is, there are companies that should be corporations and not LLCs. So LLC stands for limited liability. So that means if you are like in the service industry where you're providing food or catering or things along those lines, they should be an LLC because people have nut allergies, they have food allergies, people eat things often, and the most sued companies are service providers. So in the event to protect yourself or to protect your business, it is for the business, it's for your business health and your business structure more so than credit. So when you have a limited liability company, you're still able to build business credit that's completely separate from your personal credit. You're able to get large lines of credit. However, when you have a limited liability company, you're protecting yourself from liability of lawsuits and damages, the easiest way. So that's a limited liability. But if you have a S corporation or a C corporation, that is going to give you, that's going to allow you to scale your business higher. So we have a service that's called the Ironclad Corp, where people are able to purchase ironclad corporations, anonymous corporations, and they automatically come with $1 million stock evaluation. So you're able to have $1 million worth of stock in your company, in your business, that you have the ability to sell. So when it comes to protecting yourself financially, fiduciary, you're going to have more protection under a corporation because you have something that's called a corporate shield. So even though a corporation doesn't have limited liability, it has something else, which is a corporate shield that's going to give you the best protection on your finances. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So let me add some more redress to it. So fellas, if you are wanting to protect your assets from crazy baby mamas, for thoughts, and you're wanting to protect your finances from the horrible system that's called the family law system when it comes to attacking your finances for child support and different things like that, you're able to protect yourself better under a corporation than you are under an LLC, because the corporation is going to protect the finances. The LLC actually protects you as the owner. So that's a good way to describe that. Now, when it comes to building credit, a S corporation is going to be able to get larger lines of credit under a larger tier, under tier 4 and 5, than you would under an LLC. So let me give you an example. Tier 1, LLC credit and corporation credit, same lines of limit, 20,000, 10,000, 15,000. Tier 2, the exact same lines of credit. You're able to get store cards, you're able to get equipment financing, the exact same level. A LLC and a corporation, tier 2, you're able to get another 20,000, 30,000. Tier 3 is when things start to change. Under a LLC, you're still able to get lines of credit in the excess of 50,000 to 75,000, but as a C corporation or an S corporation, you're instantly going to be able to get 100,000 and above at tier 3 level. So you're still able to build business credit that's separate from your personal credit, but at the different levels of tiers, when you're dealing with a corporation, you're going to get more larger lines of credit and more vast lines of credit easier than you would with an LLC. Does that make sense? Does that break that down for you?
Yeah, it does. So in all honesty, I'm actually looking to start a business in the hair industry.
Hair industry, okay. So being a corporation would be
Yeah.
great for the hair industry.
Okay. And would you recommend a C corporation or an S corporation?
I suggest an S corporation because you're going to get more tax shelters. You're going to be able to save on your taxes. And when you have an S corporation, it makes import and export so much easier. So you're able to import and export a lot easier with an S corporation than you are with any other corporation.
Okay.
So especially if you're buying hair from China and hair from India and different places like that, it makes it so much easier.
Okay. Because I did learn that, just to start off and make sure that legally I'm operating, the right way.
Yes.
I can start off with an LLC and then always move up to a corporation.
Yes, you can convert that over. You can convert it. They call it a hybrid corporation. You can convert your LLC over to an S corporation or C corporation. You are able to do that.
Okay, so just being honest with current finances, and I know the cost and all of that that's involved in starting the corporation.
Mhm.
My goal is to at least start off with an LLC, kind of get my EIN number, and kind of, get the checking account with the bank, start building credit that way so I can build up my inventory, and then maybe in the middle of next year, switch it over to a corporation.
Yes, if that's the direction you want to go in, yep. Especially if you've already built your corporation. Have you already started your LLC? Have you already built it?
No, I haven't. So I
Okay,
have
well
to
wait.
set up
Well
and
wait.
I'm on it.
I don't want you to do double work. So let's pause for a moment. If you have not created your company yet, create it as an S corporation. Because let me give you an example. If you enroll into our startup coaching, we walk you step by step through the process of building your business. You choose if you want to do it as an LLC or a S corporation. Most of the time, people hire attorneys to create their corporations for them, and the average cost is around $1,500. We do it for you for $750, or you can still do it yourself. In our startup coaching, there is a template that shows you how to create your own operating agreement and create your own corporate shield. So you're able to create it yourself if you go through our course. So if you choose to go through our online course, which is $99 a month, then that will show you how you're able to create your own operating agreement and create your own C corporation. The filing fees are going to be the same in most cases. What state are you in?
Florida.
Okay, you're in Florida, so the average cost in Florida is around $125 to do both. The only difference between creating your LLC and creating your corporation is going to be your bylaws as well as your operating agreement. And sometimes that's the reason why attorneys charge so much for that. However, in our course, we have a template. You can fill it out yourself and you can do it yourself as well. So you have the choice to choose which one you want to create. either an LLC or if you want to create a S corp. You have the choice. You have the ability to choose which one you want to create.
Okay. Okay, so I think that I'm going to do that. I think that's wise. I have no problem doing it on my own.
Okay.
I know you guys, if I have questions, hopefully you'll be able to help me.
Absolutely, yes. I will be able to help
But
you.
yeah, I have no problem with it. I'm actually coming to you because I need help. I believe in the services that you offer. I believe in your brand. So I have
Thank you
no
so
problem
much.
investing, in your company. So what I kind of want to do, just like the person that you spoke with before me, is kind of do like the dual credit repair. So
Okay.
building credit as well as personally as a business.
Okay.
So what I follow is the exact same process with removing derogatory marks and removing those collections accounts
Mm-hmm.
and getting trade lines. Would I be following those exact same steps?
Mm-hmm. Yes. So you're able to do that. With the app, when the app comes out, the cool thing about the app is that it is a resource for all of those things. So all you have to do is just click a button and you have access to all the resources instead of trying to go and figure out and find and figure out what's legitimate, what's not legitimate, figure out what's still legal, what guidelines still work. That's the cool thing I like about partnering with this company. But yes, so you're able to do those things and do them yourself at the exact same time. The only difference is what your schedule is like. It's going to cost you something. It's either going to cost you your time or it's going to cost you your money, depending on what currency you want to pay. If you want to pay the currency of time, you can do it yourself. Or if you want to get shortcuts, you can pay the currency of money and you can have it done for you, or you can have it done a lot faster. So that's the difference. But you're able to do both of them at the exact same time. They're completely separate of themselves. Think about it as if you're having having twins. You have twins. You have a boy and you have a girl. They're still your children. You still feed them the same. You take care of them the same. They're still going to grow up the same. So in your case, if you're wanting to build your personal credit and also build up your business and business credit, you're able to build them up the exact same time, the exact same way. You don't have to choose which one you want to do. It's not like that where you have to go back and forth.
Okay, so considering that it's October, I kind of want to hit 2019 strong. So I wanted to use the last 3 months of the year to kind of get the ball rolling. and
That's
get
good.
Cleared up. I know one, creditors got folks that are not at work and they may not respond as fast.
That's right. That's right.
Letters and stuff that we send out. So what recommendations do you have for me to kind of, speed this up and, kind of do as much as I can to take advantage of the last quarter of the year?
Okay. What did you say your credit score was again?
521. That's per the dealership.
Per the
I know
dealership.
on my app it says 603.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what happens is the app, Credit Karma, is only giving you 2 scores. So that means that the third profile that you have is not reporting, you have some items that are reporting negatively on one credit profile more than the others. So when you do a tri-merge score, you have a FICO 8. What happens is that they take all 3 of your scores and combine them together. So if you have, let's say you have a high score of a 600 and you have a low score of a 579, and let's say you have another score which is either a 0 or another score which is a 520, then what happens is that they add those together to get that one true score, or your FICO 8 score. So I'm going to do a teaching tomorrow on Sunday. Tomorrow I'm going to go into more detail where I'm not going to take any phone calls. I'm just going to teach step by step every single loophole and every single thing you need to know for credit for 2020 on how you're able to build up your FICO 8. But nevertheless, yes. So the exact same thing that I told Dylan will be the exact same thing for you. Look at every item that's on your credit report that is a collection, and get that removed. Once you have that removed, then you're going to need to establish more lines of credit that are secured. That are unsecured lines of credit, not secured credit cards, not secured lines of credit, but that are unsecured store accounts, unsecured bank accounts, lending accounts like loans against CDs and different things like that. That's going to boost your score the fastest. So the best strategy is, like you mentioned, we're in the 4th quarter. We're at the end of the year. So now will be the perfect time to go and try to dispute all items And also, if you have an item that is reported on your credit and the servicer is still the one that's reporting and it's not sold, you have the higher chance of doing something that's called a pay to delete. Have you ever heard of a pay to delete before? Okay, so a pay to delete is when you are agreeing to pay a debt, and in turn they're going to delete it on your credit report as if it never existed. The problem with paying old debts and paying bad debts and paying collections is that once you pay it, you're legitimizing the debt and you're saying that the debt is valid and is going to stay on your credit profile and it can never be removed. But if you do a pay to delete, let me give you an example. Say if you had a credit card that's $300, you can say, hey, I give you guys $75 to take this debt away. Because it's the fourth quarter of the year, more companies are going to be apt to do that. And then once they do that, they have to agree to delete it completely off of your profile. Now, this is something that I'm going to tell you that most credit gurus choose not to tell you. They will agree to a pay to delete, but a lot of times they don't delete it. However, if you do it the proper way and you have the proper paper trail, by law, you will be able to legally remove it off of your credit profile even if they don't do so. And that's what I teach in my online course right now. And that's what I'm going to, some information will be provided under legal credit repair to show you how to do that legally.
Okay. But I still won't be able to take advantage of that price this year.
I apologize. Say that again. It was hard to hear you. Say that again.
I'm sorry, I was just saying that I won't be able to take advantage of that until next year.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Well, to be able to, to do the app, you won't be able to do that until the app is up and running, and then you can take that resource. However, if you want to do that now, so what you would want to do is go through and dispute all the items on your credit report electronically. Like I said, you have to get a paid version of credit monitoring, so you can do that, or you can contact Equifax, contact TransUnion, and contact Experian. By law, you have the ability to get a free credit report every year. So have you gotten your credit report over the past 12 months from them? Directly from them?
I got it at the beginning of the year.
I'm sorry, you got it when?
At the beginning of the year.
At the beginning of the year, okay. Have you gotten any new lines of credit or gotten any new collections or any new accounts since then?
No.
You have not? Okay, great. So then what you do is go to Equifax.com, go to TransUnion.com, go to Experian.com, and create a free profile. It's free $99. It costs you nothing at all to create a free profile. Once you have your free profile, if you look on the top right of all the credit report that they gave you, you're going to see something that's called a ID number or a report number. You're going to input that report number into the website, into their website, and you're going to see your full credit report. And then you can do electronic disputes directly with them. Once you do those electronic disputes, it starts the clock. Then after you do that, then you can send those letters and you're able to get those items removed that way. So that's how you would do that, by doing it right now and being able to do it for free before January comes around. So that's what you would need to do.
Okay, so I would be saying this would be what, a validation? The first dispute is a validation?
Well, no, not the validate. That's not the first thing. The first thing you have to do is you have to go and you have to dispute the item. So you have to go online and do an online dispute, because that's going to start the electronic clock, and it's also going to start their legal obligation. So what happens is, like we both mentioned, it's the fourth quarter. Most of the companies aren't going to validate a lot of that. Not validate. They're not going to verify a lot of that debt. So it's going to be removed in 30 days most of the time. After you've done that and it's not removed, then after you've done that, it's removed. If they do verify and they do catch it within that 30 days, that's when you go through the process of doing the validation. So you have to go and you have to enforce your rights under the Fair Debt Collections Practices Act and the Fair is the FCRA and the FDCPA. The FCRA is the Fair Credit Reporting Act, and the FDCRA is the Fair Debt Collections Practicing Act. So you have to get the jargon for both of those acts, and you have to put those in your letters. When you go through the app, if you choose to wait, the software automatically populates it for you, which is so cool. But if you're going to create that, do research since you have the time. Do your research and figure out specifically what legal jargon you need to put on your letters, so that way, by law, they have to remove the item off your credit report. So those are the things to research so you can put those in the letters. That's only after you've done your online dispute and after 30 days has gone by and it has not been removed. Does that make sense?
Oh, makes a lot of sense. And is that available on your $99?
Yes, so in our course, yes, that's available in our course. Yeah, that's available right now. You get started right now.
Okay.
That's available in our course. That's available. Yep, that's available in our course if you choose to go the online course, and that's why we teach you how to build up your business credit, and we teach you how to do your personal credit. You're able to do that through our course. You're paying for the business credit consulting, and you're paying for the business coaching, and we give you the credit coaching for free. So you're able to do that right now and get started right now.
Okay, I'll do that today. So I want to be able to get these letters, well, the disputes and everything out today. I can do the online disputes today.
Yes, you can go and
I'll make sure that
enroll today.
whatever I send out is paper trail, certified mail. I do know that.
Mm-hmm.
And hopefully I'll be on my way to the other.
Not hopefully. You got to change your confession. Not hopefully. You will be on your way to having the type of credit and the type of business that you want, because it is up to you. The only person stopping you from being successful is you. You have access to courses, you have access to resources, and you have access to my YouTube channel, and I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure that I coach you to success. Thank you so much for calling in, lady. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching and making sure that you subscribe. Guys, we have one last caller. I'm going to take their call, and then we're going to end it for today. We got somebody that's been waiting for a minute. Hey, caller, what's your name and where you're calling from? Hey, caller, what's your name and where you calling from? Hello, you still with us? Let's see, you still with us, caller? Hello? I think that, hello?
Hello.
Yep,
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Oh. Been holding on for a long time.
Yes, you have been holding for a very long time. How are you liking the show? How are you liking the broadcast? How are you liking this?
I like the broadcast. I've been watching you for a while.
Okay.
My name is Angela,
Hey, Angela.
and hi. I'm pretty much trying to build myself.
It's so sorry to hear you, Angela. Can you speak up? Forgive me. It's so hard to hear you.
Okay. I'm trying to rebuild myself back up
Okay.
in regards to my credit.
Okay.
I would say my daughter, she's 18 now.
Okay.
It was 16 years ago, and I lost my vision.
Mm.
And
I'm so sorry to hear
I
that.
did medical billing and coding.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, now I'm much better, but I still need heart failure. So pretty much, I let my credit go.
Okay.
And what I did do was I cut my credit cards up
Mm-hmm.
because I didn't know how to make it on the end.
Mm-hmm.
So back then I got rid of my credit cards.
Mm-hmm.
I paid them off, and I thought I was doing something, not realizing that was hurting me more than anything.
Yes.
So I also had, back then I was going to start a apartment complex.
Okay.
So I did apply for an IC number, but I never got a chance to use that IC number.
Okay.
And my concern was, would that affect anything in regards to now?
Well, no. So, what happens is that if you were able to, if that is still valid, you're able to build on that whenever you choose to. It's not time sensitive. So, explain that. So, explain it to me again. So, when did you go and you create that? When did you get that?
I created that, I was probably, my daughter's probably about,
You said she's 18.
I was, she's 18, so I created that when she was 4.
You said in 2004.
I was around 2000.
Okay. I apologize. It's so hard to hear you. I'm trying to hear you. Let's see.
Okay, I don't know why we got a bad connection, but I applied for that in 2003 or around 2004.
Okay.
And that's around the time I got ill and everything. And
Okay.
from that point on, I had to rebuild everything.
Okay.
Because the job that I had for like 8 years, I pretty much lost it.
Okay. I got that. I got that.
And from that, yeah, so from that point on, that's when things had a down effect of everything. Like if I did get a job, I had a pay cut of about $5.
Okay.
So
Wow.
everything kind of trickled down. So now, as I'm trying to get a job, and I'm older, so now I'm getting the effect of backlashes from old things that happened in the past,
Mm-hmm.
like ex that I had, from females that probably work in the same field that I have,
Mhm.
that still has some type of art with me.
Mm.
So that type of thing. So right now I'm trying to rebuild everything. I have a lot of haters because the town I live in is very small.
Okay.
Everybody knows one another.
And you sound cute, Angela. You sound like you cute, so you know they gonna hate on cute women anyway. I don't know why women do that. I don't know why women hate on cute women. Go on and do your business. You know she out here doing her medical billing and coding. She out here walking around, hair bouncing in the wind, sounding intelligent. I don't know why they hate on you, but they can't stop you. They can't stop you.
So pretty much what I'm doing now. So I supposed to start another job, and was at the job, and I got a little depressed for a little bit because I was like,
Mhm.
this is where it was going. My daughter just turned 18. She just started community college.
Okay.
Yes, this is going to be my break.
Mhm.
And then when I lost the job, I was like, okay. And the thing was, I heard a young lady say my name, and I heard them say they're going to try to get me out. And so that kind of put me in a zone where I was like, I'm on defense like 24/7.
Yes.
So from that point on, I said, okay, well, whatever you say. Because right now, I said, I have to trust in what you're going to do for me at this particular point. And I need to move forward in my life.
Yes.
And I have hinderers that are physical hindrances.
Okay.
Besides the spiritual hindrances.
Okay.
So at this particular point, I said, I've been watching you. I said, okay. And I saw you online the other day, and I commented. And I was like, and I understood where you were coming from.
Mhm.
So, and I was like, you must understand when people trying to just pull you down for no reason.
Yes.
Just live your life and do what you gotta do.
Absolutely.
Stop watching other people.
Listen, it's a miscalculated assumption. You don't have to tear anybody else down to build yourself. You don't have to make you take somebody else's candle out just so your candle can shine brighter. People who aren't as talented as you,
Exactly.
people who aren't as resourceful as you, they're operating from fear, and you want to position yourself to where you don't have to deal with that. The cool thing is this: you have a talent, you have a skill, you have a name that resonates fear in haters, and it also resonates admiration in supporters. So that being said, start your own medical billing business. You're able to do your own medical billing and your own medical coding. There's so many doctors, there's so many different private practices, and the cool thing about it is that you don't have to be local to where you are. You can do medical billing and medical coding from anywhere. As long as you're able to build up your business the proper way, you have the proper licenses, you have the proper presentation to where you're presenting yourself professionally, you can go in and undercut. And what I mean by undercut, this is your strategy for business development. So let's say, for instance, if like the average cost for medical billing, if somebody is hiring a private firm to do medical billing or medical coding, how much would a doctor, let's say a general practitioner who does, let's say they do pediatrics, on average, how much would they pay a medical biller, a medical coder to do that for them?
A medical bill or coder is between $20, 23, depends on how, like you said, your credentials.
Mm-hmm.
23 to starting out to like 18.
Okay, so my advice to you, just starting out, I would set myself up the proper way, get my business profile, get my business presence, because a hater can't stop that. I would do that to get a business email address, get a business website, be very professional, and then I would call every single private practice and I would offer them medical billing and medical coding for $10 to $15 an hour. And if they do it for $10 an hour, ask them to do a video testimonial of your service. So that way you're able to just, all you need is one person. And you're going to get somebody that's going to be savvy enough to say, shoot, instead of paying 23, yeah, I'll pay 10, I'll pay 15, and they'll do a testimonial for you. And then you create your portfolio of your own private customers, your own private clients, and then you're able to market. And the cool thing I love so much about the day and age that we're in, you can do direct marketing directly to doctors and owners of private practices through social media marketing. You can do it directly. You can pick up the phone, you can email them, you can create an email list, and you can market to them and start doing it that way and building up your brand and building up your name. And once you have about 3 good video testimonials, go up to the $20 and $23 an hour that you want to choose. I still suggest that I would suggest that you create a campaign and say that you will save them 25% on whatever they're paying right now. So if they're paying somebody, now this is after you have your brand and you have your profile and you have your presence. Say if they're paying 23, say, okay, I'll knock it down to 20. If they're paying 18, you'll knock it down to 15 or whatever. So that way you're able to position yourself, because it doesn't matter. Men lie, women lie, numbers don't lie. It doesn't matter if they like you or not. It doesn't matter what Kiki around the corner who got a crush on your ex-boyfriend. She's not gonna stop you from doing business with a doctor that's in Miami that's wanting to cut costs. So when you build up your own business and you build up your own business presence, can't nobody take it from you. That's the reason why I say it doesn't matter if you're black, white, yellow, Puerto Rican, or Haitian, male, female, transgender, cisgender, that's the new word, cisgender. It doesn't matter what your gender is. If you're able to build a business that can stand on its own, can't nobody stop you.
Okay. And my question to you is again, to go through your rebuilding of business and everything and the classes.
Yes, ma'am.
You said it's like 1,000 or something?
No.
Totally?
Yes, so you don't have to pay the full amount up front, because I understand that there are individuals that are in situations like yourself where they're in their rebuilding season. If you look at my average competitors, they charge $2,000, $3,000. You have to pay up front. However, my course is designed to walk you step by step. It is a contract. So it is a $1,200 contract you're signing. However, we allow you to pay for it monthly. It's only $99 a month, but we still walk you step by step through the process, so that way you're able to build yourself up. Now, there was a time where I was doing it for free, and there was a time where I was doing it for a lot less, but I discovered that you got a lot of people who aren't serious. When you start to invest finances behind your faith, you're gonna take it serious. How many times somebody, when you do something for somebody, they don't value it and they don't cherish it. But I really, yes, I really do value my success rate as a consultant and as an originator of loans and funding. So to weed out a lot of the people who aren't serious, I decided to make it a premium and make it something that's reasonable and affordable. It's $100 a month. Can you afford $99 a month right now?
Well, I'll be starting a temp job pretty much, so
There you
I'm
go.
going to do what I need to do.
Absolutely. You have to sacrifice and do what you got to do. You have to do what you have to do until you can do what you want to do. But I'm telling you, that investment into yourself, you will be able to get office equipment, office furniture, all in your business name, have absolutely nothing to do with your credit. You will be able to get computers, cell phones. You'll be able to get everything that you need all in your business name, completely separate from your personal credit.
I also want to, that's not the only thing I want to start. I do want to do real estate as well.
You said you want to do what else?
Real estate.
Real estate? Okay. So that's good. Now, the thing about real estate is very lucrative. At the same time, it's very time consuming. Real estate will test your heart to make sure that you're doing it because you love real estate. So the cool thing about real estate is that you're able to close a deal, make $3,000 or $4,000 one whop. At the same time, is going to, like I said to the previous caller, is going to require a lot of sweat equity, investing your time into building up your business, your real estate business. My advice to you is to focus on your strength, which is your years of experience in medical and coding and billing. So that way you can build up that business. Once that business is successful, Not when it's created, but when it's successful and it's thriving, and you have the free time as well as the free finances reinvested into the real estate business. I don't suggest that you try to build two businesses from the ground up. I suggest that you become laser focused on one business. Like right now, the sun is behind me. The beautiful sun is behind me, but it's the ray is spread, so it's illuminating everything. You can see everything, but if you become laser focused, if that sun become laser focused, it would burn me, and it would become so powerful that it'll shoot and tear up the earth because it's focused. That's the power of focus. When you have the ability to focus, you have the ability to change anything by being focused on that one task. So my advice is to focus the first 6 months of 2020 building up your that one business, getting that business built. Then take the second 6 months and make sure that that business is successful and thriving. And then if you're still passionate about real estate and you want to get into real estate, that's when you begin to build that second business through real estate after you've done that.
I'm gonna let you know I'm still passionate about it.
Okay, that's awesome.
About it before I got ill.
Okay, that's awesome.
I have created a business model in regards to the apartments I wanted to build. That's why I went and started the apartment 9 number.
Okay.
And I pretty much set it up. I had a vision. I had put it on paper.
Okay.
So, and that's when everything happened. I was what the heck? And at that particular point, I was a supervisor, and I was pretty much working around. I was working a lot on my mental health at that time. And so, it was something that I wanted to do because I'm looking, like you said, in regards to that as well. Everybody knows freedom is time and time
Yes.
is freedom.
Yes, absolutely.
And so I'm looking at that as well. So I do want to, like I said, it's just been, I've been hit with bricks like for some years now. Now, I'm like, no, I gotta fight that. I just can't keep.
Yes, so my advice would be definitely to enroll into our course. I'm going to coach you. I will be your mentor. I'm going to help you do everything in your power to position yourself so those roadblocks won't stop you anymore. There is an African proverb that says, if you want to go fast, go alone. But if you want to go far, go with someone else. And that's the importance of having a mentor, and that's the importance of having a community of other like-minded entrepreneurs who aren't going to try to pull you down. They want to see you be successful, and they want to see you win. So I strongly suggest that you do. I'm looking forward to working with you. I hope you start that part-time job and reinvest it in yourself, and I assure you that you're going to get 100-fold return on your investment. No doubts about it.
Okay. Yep, I believe that. I believe that very strongly.
That's good stuff.
I will be contacting you pretty soon.
Yeah, I look forward to it. So what you can do is just contact the office whenever you're ready. You're going to call the office, which is 800-867-7941. Or if you go back and watch this video, or if you look at the bottom of every of my videos on YouTube, if you look in the description, there's a link that will take you directly over to the website, and you can go ahead and register there and get started whenever you're ready.
I did something to your online, the Facebook thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I did that information over there. So you're going to see me with a paragraph of information.
It's a paragraph. Okay.
My email address.
Okay.
Contact 800-867-7941.
Yep. And if you look in the description, like if you're looking on YouTube, there is a link. If you click the description of the video, there are links and phone numbers on every last one of the videos that we have published. You'll be able to click on any of those links, and you can contact us then, or catch me live next time I'm live. Thank you so much for waiting. Thank you so much for your patience, and thank you so much for participating in the call today.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
You are so
Thank you for
very
having
welcome.
me, and thank you for picking up.
Yeah, you're so very welcome. Thank you so much, and I look forward to doing business with you. Guys, this has been pretty successful. I like having the queue of people being able to call in. I saw O'Shea Duke Jackson gave me a $10 super chat. I appreciate that. Shout out O'Shea. Let me shout out some of you guys. If you guys have any questions and you didn't want to call in, if you have some questions, I'll go ahead and answer a couple of your questions. I answer a couple of your questions, and then I'm gonna call my baby girl. She's going skating. Not skating. She said she's going surfing. I'll see if I can answer some of your questions. Let's go ahead and answer some of your questions. Thank you so much, Naima. You are so awesome. Naima, I need you to message me, young lady, on Instagram. I appreciate your support. I appreciate you being a great moderator. You're one of the best moderators I have, Naima, because a lot of my moderators, they just be watching. They don't be doing what they supposed to be doing like you doing. I appreciate it. I appreciate you so much, Naima, doing her thing. If you guys have any questions, I'm going to answer a couple of your questions on the chat, and we'll be good to go. Let's see how we doing with our likes and our comments. I know it's kind of weird. We had a couple of live videos. I'm going to try to get them all together in one place. Try to get them all together in one place. And listen, guys, if you don't have any questions or you don't have any other questions, we can go ahead and end the live today. It is a beautiful, beautiful day. It's like 70 degrees, if that. It's a beautiful, beautiful day out today. I have like 3 lives going right now. Lord have mercy. It is funny to me. But we got it together. We getting it together. I know I need to go back on that platform and I need to end that old show. I'm going to go back and listen to it, and I'm going to end that old show. I'm going to listen to them and see. But that's it. So you guys have any questions? If you don't have any questions, I just want to speak a blessing. Okay, so Mark says, when you dispute online, do you dispute under verify info, or I'm no longer responsible for this account? That's a very good question, Mark. So what you want to do is you want to start off with verifying it. So you don't want to say that you're no longer responsible, because that is an admission of guilt. So it's very important. They're trying to trick you into admitting the validity of the debt. So if you're saying I'm no longer responsible, that means that I once was responsible. So what you're saying is that you want to verify the validity of the debt. And if they sold that debt to a collection agency, to a third-party company, then by law, it is your right as a consumer to have that wiped off the same way that they had it wiped off as well. So I hope I answered that question. But guys, if you caught this on the replay, make sure that you leave your comments below. Make sure you subscribe to me so the next time I'm live, you can participate when I'm live. And I appreciate you guys so much for dealing with the issues that we had with our our connection and whatnot. I'm about to give my beautiful daughter a call, before she goes surfing, and I'm gonna get out and I'm gonna play in the water today myself, and go get me some fruit. Listen, the only person stopping you from being successful is you. If you don't know it, you can learn it. If you don't have a mentor yet, you can meet them. If you don't have the character, you can develop it. It is the end of a decade. 2020 is right around the corner. It's the beginning of a brand new decade, which means it's the beginning of a brand new cycle. I'm gonna go live and I'm gonna teach specifically on that. I'm gonna go into a lot more detail. I'm gonna teach on that specifically tomorrow. So make sure you catch that live. Listen, the only person stopping you from being successful is you. Go get them. Success is waiting for you.
Hey, social media socialites. Look, we are about to go live in a few moments. But before we go live, I need all of you guys to hit that like button right now. If you're watching and you're waiting, go ahead and be a participator. Don't just be a spectator. Hit that like button.